Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Mafex Rogue comic version. And I'm curious, how many of you are still going on that Mafex train? Are you guys still doing it? Because it seems to me that there are two main groups of collectors with regard to Mafex. One being that they think Mafex is the best there is to do what they do, despite the prices, that they're wonderful figures. And the other side seems to think Mafex is hot garbage for the price point and just like the worst thing ever. And I'm wondering, question of the day, which camp do you fit? In which camp do you fit? And also, or you may be in between. I'm kind of in between because here's the deal. I mean, there aren't too many comic Marvel figures that aren't Marvel Legends. So in one sense, yeah, Mafex is probably the best at what they do. But in the other sense, they're way overpriced almost every time. I think I have like 6 of the Mafex figures I've reviewed because I just didn't feel like keeping any of them. I mean, as far as the comic figures go, because they're just so expensive and aren't actually that good. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. This one is one of them, and I'm going to review it. We'll decide which category it is by the end. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's a fine package. There's some artwork there that looks way cooler than the figure, and there's the figure there that looks super bored to be involved in this whole thing. Oh man, I do like the way they do the back of their box though. Lots of photos that show the figure not posed. It's always so funny to me when every pose on the backs is just some variation of standing. Standing with your elbow bent and knee bent, standing with your arm forward, standing with your knee bent, standing with your knee bent and arms up. Like, there's just not a whole lot going on here, and I have a feeling, that's how this figure is going to be. But we'll see. We will see. So let's get a height measurement. This is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. I don't know if I recommend it. We'll see by the end. She is about 5 and let's say 7/8 to the top of her skull area, and then about 6 to her hair, give or take. That's going to make her about, we'll say 15 and 15 3/4. I know those aren't exact, but it's pretty close. Here she is up against a Marvel Legends Darwin, and dang it, I left Gambit. I can't reach Gambit. I'll have Gambit in the photos at the end. I don't know where, I know where I put him. I don't know why I put him so far away. He'll be in the photos at the end. Okay, so here she is. I have to say, at first glance, first impression, underwhelmed. For the Mafex price point, regardless of where you buy it, underwhelmed. They have had figures that have impressed me. This one, so far, is not one of them. The boots are oh, man. Well, we'll get to that. The boots are glossy, the green is metallic, the yellow is matte. That's all fine. I would argue, though, that the green should be more metallic. It almost looks like it's just glossy. Like, obviously, there is some metal to it, but if you're not under studio lights, it doesn't stand out that much. And then these are just semi-gloss, really, so they don't stand out that much. There is shading throughout the yellow with a little bit of orange. It looks okay, other than it's way heavier on her chesticles, which makes the coloring look off. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but her chest looks way darker yellow than the rest. And the detail work is clean. Like, her boob logo and the lines are okay. The face, I don't like the faces on this figure at all. They're technically well painted, like it's clean, but it doesn't strike me as being Rogue. It strikes me as generic, almost anime face, and just blah. And then for the hair, yeah, no. There's no shading in it, and the white patch just looks really bad. It looks like a skunk tail rather than anything else. And the way they've done it, there's a little bit of white that sticks out right here. You guys see that? I keep thinking there's something stuck to the figure, like a fuzz or something. That's just personally irksome. Like, put the white on the back or put it so that it curls around. But either way, I think the way they did the hair looks really terrible. Really, really bad. You have the X logos on her pleather jacket. Those are fine. The line work isn't great. It's fine for most of the figure. Where they had to paint the tops of the boots, it's pretty rough. This does not feel like a premium figure. This does not feel or look like a figure that costs around $100, and in most cases more. I think this is a perfect example of Mafex's main issue, is that their figures are simple import figures. Which, you know, if you're paying $60 maybe, sure. But to me, most of them are just not worth owning, and that's why I said I've sold most of my comic figures. I have a few Batmans maybe, some Spider-Mans, Nightwing. I think that's about it. Yeah, it's just blah. And then as far as the pleather goes, at least Gambit's jacket was a soft cloth material that's super thin. The pleather, it's not the worst pleather we've ever seen, but it's certainly not good enough, and it looks not good. It really doesn't look good. It's gonna end up flaking for sure, and it gets in the way of articulation. So for me, let's do another question of the day. This is not a good use of soft goods. Sometimes soft goods are fine. Most times I would rather have sculpted parts. This is one of those times. I don't like this. It's way too bulky and cumbersome and unruly. And it doesn't really add much. It makes her look like she's wearing a custom oversized pleather jacket that doesn't actually fit her because the pleather is not a good scale for this. Like, it's, to be clear, it's as good as you could do probably with a pleather material. You can see the wrinkles work. It's fairly thin. It's fine if you're okay with the soft goods, but to me, it's just the best is not going to be good enough. For something like this, I'd rather it be sculpted. So yeah, okay. Final rating, not final, the rating for the aesthetic on this figure, for the price point, it's going to get like a 6 or 7 out of 10 at best. It is fine if you are into this line. Somebody mentioned that he's already all the way done with the Mafex Hush Batman line, so he has to keep getting them. Like he's done up to now. I'm like, I get it. I sold mine off so that I don't get in that trap. If you're in the trap, this is fine. It goes in with your other X-Men, fine, but it is certainly not an overwhelming figure. It is underwhelming, or overwhelming in the worst way. Alright, for accessories, we have 3 different heads. They're fine. They are fine. The head where she's just kind of smiling, mine's painted crooked, or maybe they all are, I don't know, but that doesn't look very good. Her mouth is definitely off center. We have a bunch of different hands. It's cool that they included a bunch of bare hands. I don't know, do you need a bunch of bare hands? Are you guys going to use those? Like, I get the whole glove in hand thing, but I mean, it wouldn't be for me. I'd like one uncovered hand would be fine. You know, that's just something that's like they throw in accessories to make it look like it comes with a bunch, but is it actually useful? I don't know. All right, and then you get her display stand, which is fine. That's it for accessories. Yeah, I mean, it's not a ton, that's for sure. I think figures like this, where they don't come with a lot because there's not a lot you could do with them, they should all have some kind of like clear effect part for like a punch swoosh or a kick or something like that. Just a clear piece of plastic, kind of like what Balrog came with from Jada. I think that would be cool. Accessory-wise, I guess 7. I don't know, 3 heads is nice, but they're all blah. Bunch of hands is nice, but I don't know if I'll use them. So yeah, 7 at most. All right, time for the articulation. Get ready. Buckle up your pants. Here we go. The head is on a double ball peg. It's one of those tiny double ball pegs that curves, which is always what Mafex uses. And then the neck is on a ball peg. None of them work well. The neck has just a tiny bit of range, but this is Garbo. Garbo. Do people say Garbo? I didn't mean to. It's garbage. Yeah, you can barely get any leaning. Like, you can lean it back just a little bit, but flight poses, forget it. The hair's in the way, it's hard plastic. Leaning her head down, I can't even get her to look forward properly. Like, just barely. It's pretty limited. That's no good. Her shoulders look like they might have good range in there. If you took the jacket off, which you could do, by the way. You can take the jacket off, but how many people are going to do that? I don't know. I guess maybe if you don't like the soft goods, you could. Her shoulder technically has the range, but with the jacket in there, it's just cumbersome. You have to do the shimmy with the soft goods and get the arm to move. And like, yes, it can definitely end up posing, for sure, but it's always going to be cumbersome and not very good looking, in my opinion. You maybe think that this is the best looking thing ever. I say soft goods at this scale with this material are just... it's never going to look as good as you want it to, and there's no way this isn't going to end up flaking unless they've come up with some brand new material that nobody's ever heard of before. I don't see that happening. But yeah, like, technically you can get decent enough range going. I guess that's fine. Double jointed elbow doesn't work unless you move the sleeve all the way up. And even then it's pretty limited. You do have a bicep swivel in there. The wrists are on little ball hinges. That's fine. The torso. This is where we really have a problem, and which is funny because the shoulders work better than the torso, and they're covered in pleather. So ball pegs here, ball peg here. It can lean back, but they didn't do a very good job of trying to make it look good. Putting the joint underneath the boobs causes a problem. Every time they do it to hide the joint, but the rib cage doesn't move that way, and if you actually put the joint where the rib cage ends, which is at the top of the abs, this curve right here, it's way easier to hide the cuts. It works better. They didn't do that. So she has good range, but you have just crazy gapping at top and bottom. Leaning forward is acceptable, but the way they've done the lower part is not great. And the top is fine. Side to side, let's see. Side to side, the top doesn't want to go side to side at all. Let's see. Yep, that's it. So just a touch from the top. The bottom is okay, but looks terrible. And then on this way, you run into the belt. Because the belt is glued onto her. And I have to say, gluing the belt just above the cut right there, figure something else out. I get that she wears her belt crooked like that, but this is not the way to do it. First of all, you have a really big gap that doesn't look good. Second of all, having it not hiding the cut is not the right call. If anything, you don't hide it on this side, not on this side. Don't love that. All right, for the hips, we do still have drop downs, but they barely drop. So we're going to see how this functions. Going out to the side, full on splits, no nuggets, that's fine. Going forward, that's what the drop is for. Let's see. Yeah, it actually works really well. So as far as a drop down kick goes, that's nice. It gets weird looking because it's a drop down, but it does work. So that's fine. Does it need to have the drop? No, not really. That's in the up position. So yeah, you don't need the drop. Like maybe there's a little bit, but if this is flexible, you don't need the drop. So that's just frustrating for no reason, but they work well enough. Thigh swivel is basically not there. Double jointed knees, which I already showed you are super loose, are decent. I guess it's better than 90, but that's not a very good knee. The proportioning's okay, but they are super loose, and the way they sculpted the knee caps is not good. Is that even sculpted, or is that a separate piece? I think it's just sculpted that way. Yeah, bad knees that don't look good, don't function well, and are too loose. All right, for the ankles, standard ball hinge, that's fine. You're going to get your range out of it, no problem there. And then your toe hinge is acceptable. Nothing really wrong with it, nothing too bad other than that sharp edge. It's okay. So yeah, her articulation it's fine. If you're into the Mafex game, you're probably not going to hate it. But to me, this feels like a little bit better than like Psylocke, which was actually pretty underwhelming. This one's not terrible. I'm sure plenty of people are going to justify it and make it work, and that's their prerogative. For me, it's just not good enough. If I'm going to spend import prices, I want the figure to be impressive, not to be something that's like, well, it's better than Marvel Legends, which doesn't really mean much to me. So I'll give her articulation a 7. It's fine. I think the jacket is, you're just asking for a ruined jacket at some point, so that sucks, and I don't think it looks good. So final verdict on this figure, I'll give it a generous 7 out of 10. It's not like there's anything particularly bad about it. It's just a whole lot of things that aren't very good. If this was a $25, $35 figure, sure, why not? But it's not that. It's as much as 3 times that, 4 times that. So for me, it's a huge no. And I think, honestly, maybe the worst offender would be the hair. I hate the way the hair looks. You guys let me know. Is that just me, or do you guys hate the hair too? Yeah, not for me. I don't know. I don't care for it. I think the Mafex ladies have been generally terrible. Is that right? I can't think of any that have been particularly good. Yeah, I think they've all been pretty bad. Overall, not good figures. Let me know what you guys think, but I'm done there. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.